I'm here with my friend Michael Martinez, and we're here to interview him because he is trying all he can to audition for the part of Seth Clearwater. So Mike, can you tell us a little about yourself?
I'm from Edinburgh, Texas. I'm 20 years old. I'll be 21 in a month. I'm 5'6". I'm Native American. And yeah, I just go to school and I work at Applebee's.
So since you work at Applebee's, I hear that people come to you and say, look, it looks like Jacob, it looks like Taylor. Do you get that a lot?
I get that a lot. There's all these little kids, these little girls screaming their mouths off and taking pictures and getting my autograph. It's really crazy.
So I'm sure your manager likes that because you're bringing some business to the restaurant, right?
They make fun of me. They call me Seth Clearwater. All the employees.
Oh yeah? So you're changing your name badge to Seth.
That's what it says. That's what it says.
Oh, that's awesome.
One guy called me Shark Boy. I was like, what the heck? That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
So before we get started, do you actually like Twilight? Are you a fan of Twilight?
I love Twilight.
See,
I love Twilight.
Good.
I think the series is amazing. It's phenomenal. I love the way it's put together, just the romance and the tension and just the temptation of Edward to bite into Bella and just how much of a prickster Jacob can be. But, you know, at heart he loves her. Like,
right.
You know it's just awesome. I love it.
Actually, well, I love Edward because I think Rob Pattinson is amazing. But if it was me personally, I'm more of a Jacob type of person because he's more fun. Edward is so like, all the time, like, you can't do anything, you can't have any fun. And that's why New Moon is one of my favorites. I really like Eclipse though, but because, I mean, it sucked because Edward left her and it was sad, but it was something that you needed to go through.
I think it was pretty tragic.
Very tragic. Yes. I didn't want to cry in the movie. I cried in the movie.
You did?
Yes, I did.
Really?
Yeah, I did.
Wow.
Because I'm like, why? But yes, because Jacob's coming. Yeah, my cousin's very excited too.
We're all werewolves. I'm excited.
Yes. So, what's your favorite book?
Eclipse. I love Eclipse. When Edward and Jacob are teasing each other and flirting with Bella at the same time.
That's one of my favorites also.
When Jacob jokes around, when he's so bad about sleeping bags, he's like, you can take our clothes off and get real warm.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm just joking, it's all good. Like,
so as far as that, how do you feel about that if you do get the role? You will have to like run around half naked.
Well, no, I think that's okay. I don't mind.
So, are you preparing at all, working out, or doing anything?
I'm doing plenty of swimming right now, just swimming. For people, Seth is, he's a swimmer's body, that's what he is. He's slightly toned.
There's a lot of people out there trying to play the role of Seth Clearwater. I know there's guys, Koa, Tyler Posey, right? What do you think about them?
I know Tyler Posey, he's not really doing the acting very much. He said it's kind of running slow for him. So I know he has a band out, he's just like rocking on the guitar. Koa is some good.
Right.
The only letdown is, I'm sure he knows his weaknesses. I know he's not Native American, and I think he's too tall to be shorter than Taylor. That might be a problem, I'm not sure. I know that he can pull off a lot of nationalities, but I mean, I feel like, you know, I'm Native American, I can pull off this scene. That would be really easy for me. So yeah, I think it's up to Seth. Whoever her Seth is, whoever her Seth embodies, it's up to her.
Right. So do you have any siblings?
Siblings? I have two brothers. Aaron, he's younger than me, but he's a lot taller. People mistake him to be older.
Right.
I don't mind. Joey, he's my height, and he's the youngest.
So you have no sisters. So
I don't have any sisters.
How do you feel if you're gonna be Seth? You know, what would you say if Leah was really your sister in real life?
That'd be really cool. It'd be kind of strange. I've never had a sister.
There you go.
It'd be really good.
So it'd be nice to portray that.
It'd be nice to bond. Yeah, to bond like that. I could see how she is. You know, not knowing that she can have any children of her own. Being the only female werewolf and. It's like the loss that I think she's suffering a little bit more than Seth overall. I mean, she's not only losing her dad, but she doesn't know what a future looks like. You know? She might have to stop changing completely. I don't know. You know?
Right. As far as that too, you know, Harry Clearwater's death is a very big thing. I think that has to be very hard on Seth, especially so young, the youngest werewolf. I mean, he's just lost his dad, and now he's phasing. You know, what's going on? He turns into a werewolf. He thinks it's cool, but I mean, that's got to be difficult to lose somebody. So do you think that you can portray that to the audience and really show that the hurt that
I think I can show it. It's an emotional struggle. Like, it has to be very deep for him. So I think the only reason he lost his dad was because the vampires and werewolves hated each other. And for him, I think it's really important that treaty can be changed, and then there'll always be disputes between them.
Right.
You know, because I mean, I don't think anybody should have to pay that price for anything.
I agree.
Especially something you have a voice in. Like I'm sure it hurts him a lot, but you can do the best you can to make sure it's like again.
Why do you want to play Seth?
Why do I want to play Seth?
There could be any role out there that you wanted to play, but why Seth?
I have a big smile. No, for sure. I have a big smile. I'm Native American. I think I can be 15 years old, like I said earlier. It's easy for me to pull that off. I think it's very important if you want to play, if you want to be an actor, you want to be a character. It's like it's a form of art. You know, you have to emotionally strain yourself and get in depth and just deliver that bravery, that justice, and you put your foot down and you don't want things like in the past to happen again. You know, it's important.
Yeah, well, that is important as an actor. Also, like with Rob, you know how he left and like isolated himself for months or whatever it was, just to get that, because I mean, he has to play a vampire that's hundreds of years old and lonely and doesn't have anybody, you know, except his family. So that is very good, and I can tell that you have studied the role, Seth, and I appreciate that as a fan, because I'm majorly a fan. And there's some people out there that are just like, oh, I see this Twilight phenomenon, man, I want to do it because I want to make some of that money, or I want to be famous.
No, I think it's important for the fans to make sure I don't let them down. Like it's like I said, it's an art. Like I really have to hit that spot. Like I can't miss it.
So, what has most influenced you in your life? Is there a special somebody that you look up to and that's really made you who you are?
Who I look up to? I read a lot of comics. You know who I really enjoy reading? Smallville. The Smallville series, or watching the Smallville series.
Why is that?
The emotional struggle he goes through with having superpowers and just having to go through relationships like that, it's very hard.
I'm sure it is.
And just, I guess, I get a lot when I just read the scriptures, I guess. When I read the Bible, Stephanie herself, she's a Christian, I know that. I think she's a Mormon.
Yeah, Mormon, yeah.
And so I think a lot of what she wrote is probably in the subconscious of her beliefs. And I think she wants to deliver something special to Seth.
Yeah. But that's why the book, and a lot of people are like, oh, it's too clean. It's not like, you know, sex all the time, sex everywhere, which a lot of stuff these days is.
Yeah, they did ask her about that.
And I think that's awesome that, you know, she's making it right, and she's not just out there like, oh, I want to sell books, so I'm going to write about sex and whatever. Like, you know.
Hey, that's a good one. But I think it's real important, because Edward's like, I don't want to sleep with you, I'm going to hurt you. Like, exactly. It means a lot to him. Yeah. Like, it needs to be changed before it happens.
See, and that's good, because it just...
It's amazing. Like, I think it shows, like, the real... kind of the society where we decide for sex and how we see it. You know?
I agree.
For him, it's like there's gonna be a lot of damage if we do this before we change. You know.
So there's lots of levels of where you can read into that instead of just like, oh, I'm a vampire, I'm strong.